Let me get my magic bean. We're recording.
We're recording.
Hello. So, as usual, it's Elsie from Lovejoy Life Coaching and Fabulous Playground, and my beautiful guest,
Angela Estes, Angie C. Over on Facebook, Angie C. Cheerleader of Life, and Angie Seeable on YouTube, and Angie C. on Empire Cred and all over the place. So
go Angie.
Still waiting to see what she is when she grows up. Probably a coach.
We're very proud of you, though. You're just rocking it on the cred right now. I'm really behind.
I'm hitting a plateau, but at least I know what I'm doing enough to know that I'm hitting a plateau, and I know some strategies to deal with it. So,
what does that mean, hitting a plateau on cred?
Well, in anything like that, it's like the people who are going to find tap into thinking that you know what you're doing, or that you're good at this game, or I might want some of your stock or whatever. The initial ones to find that are starting to have maxed out in what they can buy. So they can't buy into you anymore. So you need to start finding more people to buy you. So it's like at first you can ride a little bit of a wave of just newness. And then, how much you're playing the game, but then it's going to come back to another time where you're going to need to know how to play the game in the later ends too. Kind of like those people that, maybe you're one, that will actually play Monopoly to its gruesome, the bank, everything, whatever end. It's kind of like that.
Right. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we're all waiting to hear what will happen next.
Well, and I have a good story from dinner on Wednesday too, but you have more stuff this week. You went to the conscious parenting weekend? No, so what was that like?
I think I made a shift. I've still yet to blog about it. I spent about 2 hours on a blog, and I felt like I was speaking from a soapbox or something, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But it was just really enlightening. There was a lot to take in. There's a lot for me to actively do, I think, is more so. It's kind of like our fellow coach, Gary. He was saying sometimes to teach something, you want to master it yourself. And I feel like I can't talk about the conscious parenting just yet because I've yet to incorporate it. And that's why I felt like I was on a soapbox. I was like, this is what I learned, but I'm not there yet. So how can I chat about it?
That's interesting. That's really interesting because for me, I totally get what you mean, but I'm also really chatty about it in the process. You know what I mean? I can't remember if I did it as one of those videos or what I did, but I have that story about the tree broke when I was a little kid, where the tree broke, and you're a little kid, so it's a really large thing, and it's just gone. And I guess it's all I could talk about for weeks. And they're just like, shut up. Okay, the tree broke. But it was big. It was momentous. I'm still that way. So as I'm learning it and I'm getting little things, I'm like, oh my God, did you know this? You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
it's a level, I don't know.
No, it's beautiful. I mean, things that resonate with us, it's that truth. The truth is already in us. And when something, and that's how this conscious parenting went for me. It was a constant like whoa, whoa, yes, a lot of crying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Aria was sitting next to me, and both of us were just constantly, and it is powerful.
Wow.
Yeah, that blog is.
I don't have kids though, so maybe.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's what it all comes down to. I can say this is it is parenting ourselves. Today, this morning. Okay, so I had this little struggle with my daughter, and of course, she's not the issue. She's still having a hard time getting up and going to school, and before it was a struggle. I'm like, you have to get up, you have to get dressed. This is the way it is, because society set it up that way. And then I finally surrendered and said, what is it her little soul is calling for? And so I surrendered to that. And it's still being a process. Well, I've decided I'm going the homeschool route. Now, your cousin was...
I was just going to bring that up too.
Yes, I've made the choice, the decision. It's something she is really excited about. I'm excited to take this path. Your cousin had mentioned don't separate kids and have one go to public school and one homeschool.
Oh.
But I'm feeling this. My kid, my boy is very sociable and he does great in school. But my little girl they're different, they're
right.
different. And so,
well, and my more on this later.
What's
I have something else about that though. It is in you. I can go to my story from Wednesday for dinner, right?
Please, yeah.
A friend that lives in Paris is in town. He's going through some of the stuff that I went through in the past. Elderly parents, where you have to start getting the power of attorney and stuff like that, right? So he was in town because this is where his dad lives, and so we went out and we had dinner, right? And I had just the most fantastic time, right? But I'm very gregarious when I'm having a fantastic time, and I'm kind of chatty and blah, 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 whatever, right? And so Art, the guy I work with, good friend, longtime friend, very close, but he's also, he can be a trigger, and he's like, he keeps like parenting me that I need to be eating and that I'm holding people up.
Wow, okay.
I'm just looking at him, and I'm still having this really good time. I am, if you're on that chart of the emotions, man, I am way up in joy. It's wonderful, right?
Oh,
and here he keeps going, but I held it. That's the thing. And see, I wrote this down when I was thinking about it this morning. Triggers. You don't need that other person to change. It's still you that needs to change. If you want peace, if you're not at peace, you're not at peace. It has nothing to do with them. Now, of course, this is anything where it's not anything abusive. I mean, there's certain situations you cannot, or you should not zen your way out of, I suppose, if you know what I mean. But if you've already zened yourself in the first place, you shouldn't be in one of those anyway. So take care of it before, right?
Yes.
But that night, I was at peace. And so every time he did it, right, I was just like... And I said something to the other people. I said, well, he's acting like I'm doing this, but, you could tell me if I am. And then I just kept laughing and talking. And so I asked somebody the next day, and I asked them a couple of the things that he had said, and they're like, no, not at all. And so it's just different perceptions, different ways of handling things, different social capabilities.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So back to homeschooling.
And this is
absolutely. I think people are very different. Some people, I think I really benefited from a small school. I probably would not have been good for homeschooling, but the small school, I would not have done as well in a really large school. I mean, my graduating class had 32 people. The entire school had about 200.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I've gone to private schools, I've gone to public, and private, my grades were always way better. I needed that extra one-on-one.
Right.
A great trigger that came up for my husband and myself today with our daughter is she just would not get out of bed. She wasn't even responding. It was now she's in a deeper state. And next week is the concert where the kids sing Christmas songs. And I was really looking forward to that, Angie. I was really looking forward to that. And my husband's like, oh my God, she's going to miss the concert. And we're kind of like, and I'm like, whoa, what are we doing? Wait a second. We're the ones upset by it. She doesn't care if she misses a concert. She'll be there. She may not be in the concert if we pull her, if we start earlier than later. And we caught it. And that's that conscious parenting. You catch it. Oh, there it is. So, it relates to everything, and us as coaches. I mean, it relates to everything. So next year, come to the conference.
If I start asking about my cats. I try to get my cat to do this, but...
I sat next to a teacher. Those were her kids.
Everything though. Remember on the old Achieve Today recordings with Janine, I remember her talking about that. She had her unique way of talking about it, but yeah, where she made one of her clients kind of come to the realization that they were being that way about a spouse. You know, you love them. You're heading for an image of what you want them to be or what this is supposed to be, rather than focusing on allowing them to be them.
Yeah, love that. So we will get more into the conscious parenting for sure.
Well, after you've processed it more.
Yeah, still there. Wow. So, and you can read more about that on the Love Joy Life Google Plus blog. That we post our links at the end of all these blabs because we rock. And Angela reminds, and you remind me of tagging, and I always I'll write as we go. Just say, don't forget to tag this.
Sometimes it's tough because it's tough to think of, well, there's not, why don't I don't know. I tag a lot of my videos, but other ones it's like, I don't know, what could I say? Nobody's gonna Google search that.
Wah, wah. I always wanted to tag that. So now we're talking about emotions and fat programs. Now, see, I have still not finished the book, but I can't. I feel okay talking about it some, and you'll just have to guide me along on the parts that I haven't gotten to. What I tried to do is I was reading it, and then I just never got time to read it. So then I went to the Audible, but started over. So I got to about the same spot. That's where you're supposed to be.
Apparently. It's interesting though, because I took 2 notes down about it. Number 1, struggling never works. And of course it doesn't, because it doesn't work. Struggling doesn't work with anything. And the thing that I thought was interesting, it says, okay, once your body understands you'll be safer thin or thinner, you'll be thinner, right? Okay, if we know that everything works that way, struggling wise, right? Is it possibly true that once we understand, you see what I mean? Is that where we get to the Nevilleizing? In a way, once we understand it, then we have it.
Well, it's like the programs as coaches, again, what we teach, you're just aware of it. You don't judge it. We don't want to stress out about it, right? Because stress creates cortisol, that chemical. And it's funny how when I looked up cortisol, I read the word our biggest enemy. Okay, right there, stressed out about the fact that it's, you know what I mean? So let's all, right now, let's bring peace to the word. Stress and cortisol. Peace.
Stress and cortisol.
Thank you for checking in. I notice you now, and you don't serve me, and I release you. Okay, we're done. So anyway, no, I'm kidding.
Just mean, I don't know. I think it speaks to that same level of awareness that you need, where if you want to be affluent, you have to feel affluent. If you want to be be loved, you have to be loved. If you know what I mean?
Okay, so like
I think it parallels.
Alignment. Okay.
Essentially, but I think it's funny because I think we all have, where it says the struggling never works. I think that's the thing uniquely as individuals, we tend to each have one area that's the one we struggle with. Maybe it's weight, maybe it's money, maybe it's relationships. We have that one that we struggle with that we still learn this lesson. But essentially, even with Gabriel method, you're getting it in his language, but it's still the same message, still the same lesson.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely right.
And the fat programs were the different reasons why your body thought that, right?
What was that?
The fat programs were the different reasons why your body believes that, right?
Oh, yeah, there's like a bunch of ways that the fat programs get turned on. So that lack of mentality, we could think I'm not supposed to eat that. I'm not supposed to have that. So your fat program is going to go, well, we'll make sure that you hold on to this fat, since you can't have that.
You know what caught my attention, and this was on the Audible version. I'm sure it was in where I read it, but it didn't catch me as much. But it doesn't even have to be about food. Right. You can have a scarcity mentality about money and be doing it through food and causing this fat thing.
That's why tithing, again, is so important. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. There's an abundance. It's just energy. Give it away.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You remember some of the stuff I said from the first one, from the first retreat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tougher in some of the other levels, though. It's tougher on some of the, for me, or at least for me it is. Money, tithing, or like at that dinner, right? I kind of freaked the people out because we had, let me see, like six people. And when they started to do the bill thing, I just put my credit card down and said, I'll do it. And it's like, we're talking about going to Paris and getting to stay at this person's apartment. It's like, at least I could pay for his dinner. And they're like, but you're paying for everybody else's too. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, so you owe me a dinner sometime, right? Yeah. But doing that, it absolutely benefits me that way.
Beautiful.
I've noticed that. And it's just, you feel good. I think that's what you need, is that not struggling free attitude like that. I noticed too, the difference when I did it, because I'm becoming more used to it. When you used to do it, it's like, oh God, what should the tip be? And there's this big, confab, this percent and blah, 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 this percent. And I mean, I just took that thing, wrote it down, and boom, which is also acting, you're feeling affluent. I can just do this. I don't have to struggle. I don't need permission. I don't need, just do it.
That's right. I'd also like to add that when we're in that state of surrender, inspiration tends to pop in. So it's like a new exercise.
I tend to think of it in terms of the art of allowing, but surrender is, absolutely.
Art of allowing.
Allowing.
No. I like that. Thank you. The art of allowing. Because that I've been wanting to do. I've always wanted to learn to do yoga, because I realized there was this point where I was trying to move and I'm like, good grief, I'm like so stiff. I'm too young to be stiff. This is not right. I don't want, right? It's like, I could feel that I shouldn't be, but where's my focus? Now we're getting to another thing. Whoa, which direction am I going in, Angela? Okay, I want to go in this direction. Actually, I'm sorry, I have to go here.
It was about yoga.
I know I could go there, but now I want to go this way.
What?
Now I feel like going this way. Remember that. I'm going to go this way for now.
Okay.
So when, let's say, I have a desire for my body to look a certain way, but subconsciously, the programs running there are, your shoulders are still really round. You're still kind of chunky here. There's other programs that work. So I think that I'm thinking in the right way for the law of attraction to work for me, but I'm not. I'm secretly sabotaging. And that's why I wanted to go in that direction, because I've been on this for like a few months. That's why I'm so obsessed with the subject today. And so with the yoga, okay, so back to that, I was feeling really stiff and I've always wanted to do it. But every time I do it, somehow I'm like, I don't want to do it. And then I just stopped doing it. And then.
But did you listen to him about that as well?
Okay, what part was that?
That was in there. I can't remember. I caught a lot more in the Audible version, a lot more. But he was talking about how your body will sabotage what you want. And so you're going to want to exercise or whatever to get less, stiff, or to lose weight, or to do whatever. And your body will do things that will release things that will make you feel too tired or too distracted. Or it will physically hamstring your efforts by it can release chemistry.
Yes. Okay. And that's
it can make you not hungry. It can make you whatever. So you want to yoga because you want to be more flexible, but something in there is saying no. What's saying no?
And I did take away something on those lines about, or maybe it was through yoga, I can't remember, but I've been doing it for the last 3 days, getting a whole different experience because of what I've been learning. So I'm not sure what I learned, but it resonated, or it's stuck, or it's now ingrained in my subconscious. But now when I do yoga, my focus is on clearing energy blocks and breathing. And hey, I'm flexible again. Like, this is kind of cool. Like, I don't know what I did. It just all fell into place.
But, and so you feel like you can say you're flexible again, and you've only been doing it 3 days?
Well, not flexible again as much as I'm not so stiff. Like, it's not even a concern. Like, now I'm just, I guess I'm more, my focus is somewhere else, right?
Exactly. And that's what needs to happen. See, that's how it works on anything, everything, all of it.
Ooh, I'm going to high five that one.
You see what I mean? It is. Get like yoga on everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also chose yoga because I found that recently that my go-go dancing is not the way I'm going to lose weight, because it's muscle we need to work on, which means core, work on my core, eat more protein. And everybody, apparently omega-3s are key. Omega-3s. Do you know?
If omega-3s are key, I do know this because I take omega-3, but it's at one point, because my parents both died of strokes, plus an aunt died of a stroke, plus my grandfather died of a stroke, plus had a couple heart attacks in there. So, but since I knew that was in my history, right, I had a blood pressure check, and what they wanted me to do to keep it down, and so omega-3s.
Okay, so that's why you take them.
At the time, I learned you'd have to Google it to get the specifics, but there's not just omega-3s. There's like omega-2s and omega-4s and whatever. And I think it's omega-2 that peanuts have it. Omega-2s actually actively work against omega-3s in your body. So if you're taking the omega-3s and you eat too much omega-2, you may not be getting as much omega-3 as you think you are. So Google it and look it up, because I can't remember how it works. Oh. But it caught my attention because I love peanuts.
Oh my gosh, right? What are your favorites? Just peanuts? I love all nuts. Nuts.
And see, it had gone the other way, because I originally looked it up because I thought, if peanuts are high in omega-3, what am I worrying about? But then I said, no, they're actually actively against it. And it's like, oh, now we see.
Wow. Okay, I will look it up. And for everybody here, I will put it in the little description section when I find out. Unless it's too long, then I'll just give it a link and everybody can read it for themselves. So also great places to find omega-3s are flax seeds, flaxseed oil you can put in salad dressing, and chia seeds, because I didn't know that flax seeds go rancid pretty fast, or flaxseed oil. So according to the Gabriel method, he says he takes the whole flax seeds and he grinds them and uses them immediately. Because mine have been in a little jar sitting in my pantry for a whole year. I've been adding a tablespoon of that to smoothies, not knowing that I'm probably eating something that's not even doing anything.
Well, I'm wondering with mine, because mine are in like a vitamin gel cap form. And yeah, I've definitely had flaxseed. It's flaxseed oil. But so you're in these little gel tabs, they're still going to go rancid too, right?
Yeah, I suppose being that there's expiration dates on things, yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Maybe they put a preservative, I don't know. That's another subject.
Yeah, that could be a reason for having it not in one of those.
And I wanted to share a couple recipes that I learned today. I mean, not the whole recipe. They're little finger foods that you might want to use at your upcoming Christmas party, unless you already had that.
Nope, next week.
Okay, next week.
Big deal.
So one is like sushi. So you get the seaweed wrap, and you add, I think it was cauliflower. You know, I love cauliflower, like cauliflower pizza crust. We had that conversation. Cauliflower. What else? It was, I'm trying to find it. And tamari and almonds. And so you just grind them together, and that's your rice. And people won't even notice. So you won't have that blood sugar spike that you get from rice. And then just wrap that up with salmon and avocado. Your guests will never know. That's what he said. And then these are Gabriel method recipes, by the way. And then the other one is do sliced cucumber with guacamole and salmon on top. And you're getting lots of omega-3s. Your guests will say, thank you. What's the finger?
I talked over you for a second. I have a question. Are the recipes in the book?
No, they're
it's
not.
A different book.
But what's cool is,
recipes?
Well, I signed up for the Gabriel Method email list, and so they're sending me something every single day. And of course, I jump straight to the recipes because it said holiday on it. I love anything holiday.
But that's the pertinent information. So tell the last recipe again because I talked over you.
Oh, okay. So it's sliced cucumber, and then you add a little guacamole, and then you top it with your salmon. And I assume he means smoked salmon. So, yum. I would never put guacamole with salmon, but it looked really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it with. Yeah. I don't know if I might have signed up for something like that. I've been having some problems with the internet at my house, and because of it, I keep losing my email. I think I'm going to just switch to the Gmail one altogether because every time it makes me change that stupid password, and then you still have this time where you just made this password. I wrote it down. I know it's right, and it still won't work. It's just this weird. I'm sure I'm learning something, and it's funny because once upon a time, yes, I would have been but no, I've been just like, oh well. It's that same laid backness that it just, but it keeps coming with this. So who's right?
Okay. The princess. This is my princess, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vivian. She is my best friend. Huh.
Hey, okay. Princess Vivi.
She's a very beautiful, sweet spirit. And yeah, she's going to be a really wonderful journey for me. So she's in a princess dress and everything. I also wanted to bring up how we are as far as our wants, our hopes and desires in life, because when we're lacking in that also can make the fat programs turn on. Did you get to that part? Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. It's just a little bit past that I stall out again, but later today I'll be listening more. But yeah, that one, it's so tricky because I mean, a lot of us we may have found out what we are calling in life very late. We may still be stumbling around, not sure. That one's tricky, very tricky. Mm-hmm. Easy to fall into a hole where you're not happy and you don't even know it until.
Right. And of course, Angie and I are both coaches. This is what we do. We help people to find what their truth is within themselves, to align with that. And you can always contact us. I don't know, what is it you offer as far as like with someone that's not sure about coaching? Can they just come up to you, and what is your process? Sorry, I'm just putting.
Process? Yeah. They can contact me and just ask me about it. I don't see it the same way. I see coaching. I definitely, most of what you're saying, I see it also as coaching can just be somebody. You're a teacher, but you're not a teacher. Coach. Great quote by Brain Virtual on what coach is.
Okay. Sorry, you were cutting out a little bit. I don't want to miss any.
But you're a teacher, but you're not quite a teacher. Think about like a football coach or whatever in school. You're helping the person reach their goals, and you're helping them find things in themselves that they need to reach those goals, whatever the goals may be. And you're also putting them in contact with how do you want to put it? Resources or things that they maybe didn't know about that can also help them. So, you're a facilitator, a bunch of different things. So I could see where I would offer a bunch of different things. I look at it very law of attraction wise. That's what we were taught in. And I figure it's kind of like the same thing that when the student is ready, a teacher will appear. And ditto back to the teacher. You see what I mean? So when someone needs what I have to offer, I'll find them, or they'll find me. Tricky thing though, remember once upon a time, I told you, don't assume what other people are thinking, right? Don't assume somebody's going to be upset about something or mad because they have to pay for something or whatever, right? So yes, I did attract a client recently. And then when they said that they were actually going to be seeing 2 coaches at once, I was quick to say, oh, well, if that's going to be a problem, you can wait on me. And guess what? So we are always learning our own lessons at the same time. But so yeah, I have a very laid back approach. If people like what they see me putting out there, if they like the way I think, they think I have, it was very interesting. And I'll quote that client on her, the little form that you give somebody who wants to be a potential client. I do have one of those, and you fill it out, and you think about what you want from this, and what are you going to get from this. And on hers, on the question, what would make a good life coach to you, or something, however it's worded like that, somebody who has a life that she would like to have, or somebody whose life she would like hers to be like. Yeah. That was one of her things. She worded it way better than I am, actually. But it was interesting. So yes, just if people like what I'm putting out there, they, law of attraction will reach them out to me. I just take it for granted, or more and more I do.
Yeah, because I wondered. I was like, I wasn't even sure how you were putting your services out there, if you were at all.
It's very one-on-one. You actually talk to me.
Cool. Well,
I figure someday maybe I'll be too big to do that, but I'm not right now.
Well, I can guarantee you this, that I can guarantee that maybe, don't you love that guarantee and maybe? Because I'm just assuming here, but I have a pretty good idea that Angela could teach you how to do laughing meditation. Hey.
Yes, definitely.
Have you ever heard of, was it the laughing Buddha?
Yes, I actually gave one to somebody for Christmas last year.
Oh.
The little statue that's of a laughing one.
And there's also YouTube videos. In fact,
I think I've seen those.
Right, he just laughs. That's all he does, is laugh. You just can't help but laugh with him.
So Elsie, that's true. We should talk about your process about getting clients, because I think we should go there. But at the same time, I remember that you said you don't laugh a lot, or you don't have a lot of laughter in your life. Why? How is this so? How is this possible? Do I need to give you a list of movies? What? I laugh more than I ever did, and I laugh alone in my house without anything on.
I love laughing. I love when it's just, you can't help it. I cry I cry way more easily than I laugh. It's so strange to me because I'm so ashamed of when I cry. I actually don't like to be seen crying, and that's, I'm sure, a program in me that I've still yet to release. I can cry even when it's happy. Even when it's happy, I cry. That's why you'll see, oh, it's a happy cry. That's when I was breaking up with a boyfriend once, Angela. When I was breaking up with a boyfriend, it was so intense. I started laughing. Then I started laughing. So inappropriate. And he just looked at me like, what is wrong with you? Yeah.
We got, just so you know, we're getting choppy again.
We are getting choppy. What are we attracting? What are we manifesting?
When I used to have a boyfriend that I talk to every day. This happens on the internet thing, and if you were talking with Art, he'd say it's a sunspot thing.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, sunspots and the radio wave. He's a ham radio guy and about waves and yeah, and really into sunspots and suspicious observer and Art Bell.
Oh, Art Bell. Sunspots, great song. I'll share that with you later. I just wanted to share really quick. Our friend Randy says, mentor? Oh, great. I don't remember. That was a response to something.
Yes, mentor.
Yeah, mentor. Okay, good. You know. And then he said, Mary Poppins, Love to Laugh.
Song, yes.
Song.
Yes.
Thank you, Randy. Great share. Thank you.
Oh, I can't remember what the name of that. Yeah, Uncle whatever it is on the ceiling. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
I'm on the screen by myself, by the way.
But what? Oh, you're on the screen by yourself?
Yeah, you left me.
What is that? I left you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there you are.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I back?
Yes, you are back.
Good, because I was going to hang up and everything, and that would have been a big deal.
Then I'd have to go on just reading my notes.
But so Elsie, yeah, if you're ashamed when you cry, that's a huge issue. You have to not be ashamed to cry. You have to get, yeah. Just the word ashamed. Anytime you see, for me, I think what helped me a huge amount was the Abraham Hicks position about how anytime you feel bad, you're not in agreement with your source self. And so if you feel bad about crying, your source self doesn't feel bad about crying.
I don't know what program it is. That's a thing. It's like when my husband was.
But can you see, because that's what I'm saying I did. I took the knowledge that simply feeling bad, can you take that to say, or it makes a sudden stop, I shouldn't be doing this because I don't feel good, I know that I'm not in agreement with my own interests? Can you take that as a stop and not even worry about the program?
Yeah. So my focus would be somewhere. Okay.
That's what I think I'm doing. Now, certainly I still track down programs or limiting beliefs or, so forth. But that whole Abraham Hicks thing is you have 17 seconds to feel better. So feel better. And
hey,
so
what's
if you can put a stop in there, huh?
Isn't there a process to that? The 17 seconds?
Within 17 seconds, you're supposed to reach for a better feeling thought, a better feeling, and sometimes be aware that if you're really, really down in the dumps, even anger is up from down in the dumps. Mm-hmm. So, if you have to go, maybe go do a workout, go do
breathe.
A lot of physical activity is very equal to that same energy as being angry. Go punch a punching bag or something.
Okay. About that last remark about or suggestion to punch a punching bag, please, everybody, just protect your hands, use wraps, and get really good boxing gloves.
See, there's reasons I'm not a mother.
I don't punch my kids.
Well, see, no. And it is, isn't it terrible? I mean, I would never suggest that you're supposed to go be angry at somebody or hit anybody, but just to be aware while you're reaching for that better thing, that some really awful things may be up from where you're at. Yes. She has an entire, what do they call that? It's a focus wheel. You do a focus wheel.
I printed that out.
They definitely say you don't want to focus wheel everything. I mean, you're not here, because they said that Esther was finding herself, let's say she didn't like clams, right? So she's focusing wheeling clams. It doesn't matter if you don't like clams. Mm-hmm. Only do it about things that you're likely to encounter that you don't like. Don't make yourself like everything.
Right. Okay. We're just watching you.
Because I just move around. See, that's really why. I mean, I know I have people who are just crazy about it. Why can't you put that on a stand? Why can't you? And it's just like, I don't know. I'm too free for that.
It's pretty free. You are, yeah. And sometimes you think I'm frozen because I'm just watching.
True. But so, do you have a go-to list of, say, like movies or anything that make you laugh?
Oh, no, it's one of the things on my list, actually. It's something that I'm working on. Like with yoga, I'm actually, so far, I'm really loving it. So I think I'm ready to incorporate the next thing, more laughter. And
so
yeah.
Can you say anything that you have found funny? TV show, book, movie, anything? Meme?
You?
Okay.
When's the last time I really laughed? Jeez, Angela. The last time I really laughed was at myself. It was a visual of something I did that I wasn't even conscious of. It's goofy, but I can actually show you what it was. I was telling my husband, it's funny that when I'm at the gym, I have this bottle of water. It was half the size of this way back when. And I was like, yeah, and this is scary. I just said way back when. That means that was the last time I laughed this hard. And I would walk around the gym like this because I'd be carrying my bag and and I had the visual of myself and I just started to lose it. And I was drinking as I was telling the story and water poured out my mouth. And that was the last time I laughed at myself.
Wasn't I planning a trip down there? I think I'm going to make a trip down there.
Yeah.
If I make a trip down there, we could do a special one where we're together in the same place.
Oh, wouldn't that be so much fun? And Disneyland?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be lots of fun. So yes, we definitely have to do get the Christmas thing out of the way and so forth. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Okay, so we're working on.
Meanwhile, I think I'm going to make a list for you of go-to things that make me laugh. Okay. And I can put it on, wherever you want. I can give it to you, and you can put it at the bottom of this or wherever you put your things.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking we can talk about it next Friday and see if any of it worked, and I'll of course share it. And
that's a great idea.
Okay. Where the high fives?
Okay. See, that's why I want to know a little bit. Yeah. See, you're way ahead of me. Thank you. Who? So this person is a friend of yours. What's the story on him, Randy?
Randy, you want to come and talk with us?
You can talk, Randy.
I'll put you on. We can have up to 4 people. Okay, here we go. Right. Everybody, I want you to meet our wonderful friend, Randy. Okay.
I'm trying.
He's coming.
He's coming. UCAM 4. See, it says UCAM.
There he is. Hi, Randy. Isn't he the
Got my little headphones and microphone here.
Is he your you gave Elsie a testimonial, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Very good.
I shared it with all my coach friends. They were very impressed.
Yeah, I've got a couple more clearings to send to you too that I thought of yesterday.
Cool.
How about you, Randy? Do you have a go-to something for laughing?
Not particularly. It just comes in the moment. I mean, I like watching comedies and musicals and stuff like that, and they make me laugh. And a lot of your guys' comments have made me kind of chuckle a little bit today.
Yay! We like that.
Cool. So did you have any?
Once I figured out this blab thing, I was able to come and watch your shows and stuff and catch up on them. And
well, do you have anything to share with us about today's topic or anything you learned?
Well, I found it interesting. I'm always looking for new ways to lose weight. In fact, I was at a doctor's appointment yesterday, and he says, "Well, your weight's kind of gone up a little bit. What are you doing about that?" So, anyway, I'm still down about 90 pounds from where I used to be, but I'm up about 60 pounds from where I used to be also. So, kind of in that range where I need to work on it some more.
Angela's thinking.
I was not sure what you were doing. You looked frozen.
Oh.
No, but you should really read it. You really, really, really should.
Yeah.
Because
Gabriel.
the bottom line is he makes weight loss, and he was, I don't want you to have to say how much you weigh or anything, and I don't keep track of numbers very well, but I think the man was somewhere around 400 pounds. And you look at him now, and he's buff, no loose skin, oh my God.
Right.
And he doesn't even make it sound hard. It's just like when you get a couple of little principles, bam, you'll do it. So yes, I read it. You want to lose weight? Read it.
Yeah. And his program has coaches in it. So.
Cool. Yes.
I was actually thinking of trying to trade services because it's something I really want. All I have to trade are services. But yeah, it's a great book. I that's why it's a passionate subject for us today. So, omega-3s. Are you doing vitamins and minerals, Randy?
Not consistently.
Yeah. See, and that's the. Can I just say something about that too? When in my smoothie yesterday, I put a knob. I just love that word, a knob of ginger in it. And while I'm drinking it, I'm going, I don't even know what ginger does. So I think that's really, really key as well. It's like we can think, okay, I'm supposed to take my vitamins. I can hello, I have this, I have all these vitamins. I really don't know what they do. And so there's no, yeah, thank you, me too. Oh, did you just pull the same one I did? That's it. But the thing is, yeah, it's like there's where the mindfulness could be kicking in more. It's like, well, what am I intention? What is my intention for taking A, B, C, D, E, and F vitamins? Oh yeah, well look at this, Christopher, somebody. Dr. Christopher, my coach takes these, so I want to take them because he takes them. That's why I take them. Because I really like my coach and I want to be like him. So that's why I take vitamins. Does that make any sense?
There you go.
Are we allowed to do this or do we get in trouble for advertising?
That's what
I don't know.
Said. That's what my client that went away said. Exactly.
They did? That it's okay?
No, meaning that you said that your coach takes them, that you want to be like your coach. Mm-hmm. Is that okay? And that's exactly what she wants from a coach, is somebody that she wants to be like them. So you just said exactly what she said. Really?
Wow. Yeah, I want to be like Gil. Hi, Gil. Hope I never see this.
Hi, Gil.
We love Gil.
We love Gil. I don't think I want to be like Gil, though. I have to think about that.
Because you want to be like you. We have to be the best of who we are. And we can start off wanting to be like those we admire, but then we have to find our time to fly that mindset nested mindset right. Nested in a nest.
Well, and the path to do that is any one of those methods. It could be Gabriel method, it could be, but if you follow any of those and you find the one that works for you, at the end of it is you.
Yeah, and that is what I'm partially creating on that 30 days of fabulous choices. It started out being a mission for myself on how I could find some kind of routine that works for me. But then I realized it's so unique to the individual that if I just put up ideas and things that I use in my own coaching every day, that we can incorporate something. Did that work for me? Did it not? And just keep your journal. And it's some emotional stuff, some mindfulness in food, thinking, anything. And after 30 days, we create our own new routine, sort of thing. So it's still in its, maybe I can turn it into a course one day. That would be
right.
Cool.
Right. I think it actually takes longer than 30 days, though. I think it's 40. Because I've read about it a couple times.
Okay. So I'll start it over after this.
I first ever wrote about it when I was on jury duty, because I was on jury duty long enough to make it a habit. So I wrote a blog joking about it.
Do you still have that blog? Do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's up on my What If blog. Yeah.
You think you can find it, and I can put it with our topic?
Okay.
I just got a big list of what I need from her.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll have a recording too to remind me. Cool.
Okay.
I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Go ahead, carry on.
I think that's it. The word gratitude just struck me, though. So if everybody wants to take, just a moment to be super, super, super grateful. On a scale of 1 to 10, bring themselves to a 10 in gratitude. Is everybody there?
Yes.
You know, sometimes what helps is I breathe from the ground up to help me visualize it. It's going up, 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 up. So, you there, Randy? Everybody?
Yes, I'm here.
I want you to carry that for the rest of the day, because it'll make me happy. So, do we have anything else? Is there anything else that we learned from the Gabriel method?
Struggling never works. Once your body understands, you'll be safer thin. You'll be thin. So
I really
dropping weight, your body thinks that you're safer that way. So as long as your body is fighting you, dieting won't help. Exercise won't help, because your body will fight you and bob and weave. So whatever number that is that you weigh, that's the number right now that your body thinks you have to be in order to be safe in your world. So you need to get it to realize that you don't need to be that to be safe in your world. Which means you need to figure out why it thinks you're not safe. Not a tough job at all, right?
That was so amazing, and it made me want to look for something. Yeah, it was something about our bodies are still programmed. It's hardwired from where it came from our ancestors. I can't find it. I'm not meant to, I guess. But yeah,
there
it's
you
just
go.
from a prehistoric time. It was from a prehistoric age, when we were trying to stay, warm, and we needed that, and so that's still
famines.
So, yeah,
there were famines and freezes and famines and ice ages.
And this book goes into all of that. So this is just getting you all prepared for it. So good share. Thanks, Angie. So do you have any questions, Randy? I think we're going to be wrapping it up.
No, not really. I am going to check the library and see if they have the Audible book and catch up with you a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
The only problem I felt like I had, did you actually have the physical book?
Me? No.
No, Elsie.
Me? No, I do everything Audible. Well, unless it's a journal.
So you had an Audible. See, I've been on an Audible and a Kindle, and every time he references his meditation and everything, I'm kind of sketchy on whether or not I actually have his recording. You could get it, I think, with the Kindle.
Really?
But, yeah, so far.
I thought it was separate. How do you get it with Kindle, though? That's only reading.
You hit a download link, and so far, I don't think I've ever confirmed that I've downloaded it yet, let alone used it yet. So it was a little, which means that it wasn't that easy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a one process thing to do. It took more than that. It wasn't going to be quick. So, and it's left me, you know how, it's funny because when you were saying I wasn't meant to find that, that's how I handle everything in my life now. If I try something and it won't work twice, maybe 3 times, then I just do something else. And try to put whatever that was out of my mind for, you know, an hour or at least a while. Just put it out of your mind.
In fact, it's going my mind.
What?
I'm never going to look for it again. I just tossed it. It's going back to the trees. It's going back into the ground to be replanted and rebirthed. I'm just being silly. Well, it will. Well, I believe right now, if you go to the GabrielMethod.com, I think it is, you can get a free download of, I think, the night meditation. So you get just one of them, or you can buy it separately, the meditations. So
the night meditation is the one he mentions in the book. That's the one I got.
Oh,
right,
okay.
So that must be why you can get it. You can get it free from the site. That's why.
Okay. Cool. Yay. Anything else, anyone? This was really fun, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yay. Okay. Well, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day of, and enjoy that gratitude. And let's spread it. Come on, everybody, jump up and down. Okay. I love you. Bye, everybody. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you. Love you.
Bye.